From the University of North Dakota, this is Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey.
Hello and welcome to Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey. I'm Tim Hennessy, and it was opening weekend in the WCHA. North Dakota spoiled the party in Bemidji. The Sioux rudely welcomed the Beavers to the league, winning twice by 5-2 scores. We'll look at those highlights. And here's what we have in store for you on the program. Well, not exactly a premier lamplighter. In Andrew McWilliam's case, who cares when you're as tough as him on the blue line? Our player profile is with the Sioux sophomore defenseman. And they come by the hundreds to get better at this game. Or are they just having fun? Well, maybe a little of both. We'll look at the UND Hockey School. Stick around, Coach Dave Hakstol is going to give us his take on the sweep in Bemidji. But before we talk to the coach, we have a question for you. Who's the only Sioux player in history to reach both 100 career goals and 100 career assists? The answer and more when we come back. You're watching Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey.
Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey is sponsored by Verizon, the University of North Dakota, Shields, the Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Voller Insurance.
Fighting Sioux football team hosts Lamar on October 30th at the Alaris Center. Tailgating fires up at 8 a.m. with opening kick set for noon. It's time to taste victory. Get your tickets now.
We are North Dakota!
You've never seen fast. You've never held it in your hand, then unleashed it with the fingertip. Never watched pixels whip by at 1 gigahertz and had your neurons struggle to keep up. You've never seen fast because you've never seen this. The Droid Incredible by HTC. It's nothing short of its name.
Buy a Droid Incredible with Flash and get any phone free.
I am North Dakota.
Sioux basketball season tickets are on sale now. Call 877-91-SIOUX.
It's a place to get a pop shop, put your shopping into overdrive. A great place to wine and dine, make your taste buds jump and jive. Yeah, it's great Forks, a great destination. Great Forks, they don't call it Grand for nothing. Stop, hop, chopped up into Great Forks. It's simply grand.
Before the break, we asked you who is the only Sioux player to reach 100 career goals and 100 career assists. The answer is Dixon Ward. Dixon Ward was a teammate of Coach Dave Hakstol as we bring in the Fighting Sioux coach. Talk about this weekend in Bemidji. Dixon Ward was a classic, wasn't he?
He was a classic. He was a great player, one of the quickest sticks, one of the best players from the top of the circles down, and turned into a real good pro, great NHL career, about 10, 11 years long.
Dave, if I went back, I'd have to look at, I'd have to think a lot, but at the time, I remember maybe 10 years after Dixon left, saying between him and Brett Hull, two of the most dangerous players from the top of the circles that I've seen in this league.
Yeah, at this level. Dixon didn't miss many from down on that back door. We had a great power play with Greg Johnson, Russ Romanuk, and Dixon Ward on the back door. And they had a lot of different threats on that power play, but he was sure good on that back door with taking those empty net cross crease passes from Romanuk.
Good weekend in Bemidji, a sweep, WCHA sweep. I guess it's still kind of strange to be saying it's a WCHA sweep in Bemidji, but good to take the Beavers on twice and beat them 5-2. Let's take a look at some of the highlights and see how it went. Bob Peters dropped the opening puck for the first game on Friday, and I think probably that was justified. Bob used to be a coach at UND.
I think so. Great honor for R.H. Peters. The name is the rink is named after him, and very fittingly. And the Beavers get off to a quick start here, scoring the first goal of the weekend. But fortunately for us, we stuck with it. Big goal by Matt Fratton right at the end of the first period, and that really ignited us. And I thought we did a real good job taking over the game and closing out that Friday night game after that first goal by Matt Fratton on the power play at the end of the first period.
You kind of gave him that first goal, didn't you? Just to have one of their players score the first goal in that game.
We wanted history to be written the right way, I guess. A little bit of a sloppy play on our part, but they came out obviously excited and jumping, and that sure got the crowd into it. And it was, it was a good test for our team to be able to handle that and just regain our composure. And I thought we did a very good job of regaining composure and holding composure through the 60 minutes.
So that ends up 5-2 on Friday night, and then you get into Saturday night's game, and you knew you were going to find a better Bemidji team, didn't you?
Well, they had played their first game of the year on Friday night, and I think they were probably a half step off and a little bit sloppy, but for sure we knew going into Saturday night's game. We talked about it before. You and I did that. I really felt like this would be our first 60-minute test of the season, and it's definitely turned into that. The Bemidji players came out, played awful hard. They played fast and physical in that first period, and again, I thought we did a good job of really getting ourselves on our game. Jay Genoway scoring the first goal of the game. Unfortunately, we couldn't turn that into some real strong momentum through the rest of the first period. We gave up a sloppy goal in the first period. We gave up a bit of a tough goal, the great play by Matt Reed, but a bit of a sloppy goal on our part. So it was a real challenge for us to get ourselves back on track, and young Derek Rodwell, with his first goal of his career, did a great job putting us in the right direction.
Has he been a surprise?
I don't know if he's been a surprise necessarily, but he sure has done a good job. His poise and presence has been great. He's really gone out and played the role that we've asked him to play.
Jay Genoway getting his first goal, how much does that mean for him?
Well, I think for him, even though he's a fifth-year senior, I think it has a way of just loosening a player up. It gets that off his plate, and I thought Saturday night was his best of the season.
Well, it's good to see him back, obviously, and we've talked about it before, that he's the kind of player that you don't know, or he was in the situation where you don't know how he's going to react, how he's going to come back. Looking good so far.
Yeah, it's tough coming off of that 10 months off, and it's been a process for him, but it's been a real good, steady progression. And I thought Saturday night was very close to the real Jay Genoway, what we're accustomed to seeing, and I think we're going to just see him continue from that baseline level and just keep building his game from there. He was a great leader for us on Saturday night.
Nice sweep in Bemidji, 4 points in the WCHA. And we look forward to the upcoming weekend as well. Coming up on the program, there's nothing as entertaining to watch as youth hockey. They play for the fun of it. Many take some of their summer vacation to figure this game out. We'll take a look at the fun they have at the UND Summer Hockey Camp coming up next.
Fighting Sioux football team hosts Lamar on October 30th at the Alaris Center. Tailgating fires up at 8 a.m. with opening kick set for noon. It's time to taste victory. Get your tickets now.
We are North Dakota!
The play is under review.
Hey, take a look at this.
This online course is awesome.
Yeah, I gotta see that again.
With waterfowl hunting, you're trying to get the birds to come to you. You're picking the field, setting up the decoys, hiding in blinds. You're making the calls, trying to get their attention to make them come to you to get within range. That's where the real challenge lies, is bringing them to you. A rewarding experience would be a customer coming in, telling you their success story that you were able to help them out with. I'm Dave Aberly. I'm a waterfowl expert at Shields.
Great tickets are still available for many of the exciting University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux home hockey games at the Rel. Support your team and get your tickets now.
We are North Dakota!
The University of North Dakota is a place where students thrive, where graduates succeed, where ideas are born, and research is driven by imagination. Experience our expertise. Creative, innovative, entrepreneurial, spirited. This is the University of North Dakota.
We think Billy Christie was a one-year wonder in goal for North Dakota. Hundreds of young people converge on the University of North Dakota campus every summer. They come from all over the continent to learn from some of the best. These summer school students don't bring book bags, they bring hockey bags.
First of all, we're gonna start simple stuff. We're just gonna keep the puck moving between our stick, heads up, challenge yourself, keep your hands going. When I say stop, we're gonna have a little break and then we're gonna go again.
Most importantly, kids need to have fun. You know, they really need to enjoy the game. That's our main goal, to have them get out here, be with players they've never been with before. Kids are from all over the country coming here.
We're from Salinas area in California. It's relatively inexpensive, you know, except for the travel up here, but you get, for the price and the coaching, it's the best bang for your buck.
Okay, so the guy along the boards always has the puck. He's always skating, drop pass, go to the net hard. I just remember doing it when I grew up, just had a blast. You know, I guess from that standpoint, just being around college hockey players, you know, being away from the parents for a weekend wasn't too bad, and then just hanging out with your buddies playing hockey, nothing better, so. Oh, nice save. You all right? Hold up, hold up, hold up. You all right? Where'd that hit you? You're here to have fun, you're here to get better, here to work. You know, and that's ultimately, I guess, what we try and drive for is making sure that you know, the campers here, they're having fun, that they remember this, and you know, much like I did. So.
I went to a hockey camp in Canada. I'm from Thunder Bay. I went to St. Catharines. Fred Stanfield, an old Boston Bruin, had a hockey camp there, and I remember going there for a week. I remember him telling us that he was going to tape our gloves to our stick if we didn't keep two hands on our stick, and he actually did that to some of the kids. He taped their gloves to their stick so they had to keep two hands on their stick.
The guy who touches the puck first is trying to protect the puck. The other guy's trying to steal the puck away. You gotta be inside the circle. Inside the circle. Inside the circle.
It's a lot of yelling, you know, just keeping your voice loud and keeping all eyes on you. They love the sugar here too, so.
Quick, Jake, quick, right up. There's so much for them to do around here. I mean, it's not only on ice, it's off ice activities, it's fun and games, it's going to the pool. I mean, there's so many different things that they can experience here. It's incredible.
Good job, boys, good job. Ready? Nice job, guys, nice job.
We're also trying to mix it up a bit, you know, teaching them about nutrition, teaching them about how to be a good teammate, teaching them about what to do on and off the ice to become a better hockey player. If I went through this camp, I would be so tired at the end of the day, I would be going to bed at 8 o'clock every night, because it's so great for the kids because of all the stuff they get. You know, not only, I mean, you put this facility in it, and with all the stuff that they do and all the different activities, it's incredible. I mean, I went to camps, yes, but I never ever had a camp like this, where kids get to experience stuff like this.
All right, back to the line, back to the line.
About 800 boys and girls attend the week-long sessions each summer. To learn more about the North Dakota Summer Hockey School, go to fightingsioux.com. Well, there are a lot of questions about Shea Genoway this past summer. How would the captain do coming back from a long layoff? He provided some answers this weekend. And what's up with Matt Fratton? There certainly was a wow factor Saturday night. Stay with us. We'll take a closer look next when Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey continues.
I am North Dakota. We are North Dakota. We are North Dakota.
Fighting Sioux basketball season tickets are on sale now. Call 877-91-SIOUX. Great tickets are still available for many of the exciting University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux home hockey games at the Rel. Support your team and get your tickets now.
We are North Dakota.
great place to wine and dine, make taste buds jump and jive. Yeah, it's Great Forks, a great destination. Great Forks, they don't call it Grand for nothing. Stop, hop, chopped up into Great Forks. It's simply grand.
The Fighting Sioux football team hosts Lamar on October 30th at the Alaris Center. Tailgating fires up at 8 a.m. with opening kick set for noon. It's time to taste victory. Get your tickets now.
We are North Dakota!
Dreams are forged. Character is tested. Teams are united. Champions win here. Watch the crowning of a new NCAA Men's Frozen 4 champion April 7th and 9th on ESPN and ESPN2 in high definition. For information, visit ncaa.com/Frozen4.
Welcome back to Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey. I'm Tim Hennessy with head coach Dave Hakstol, Nebraska Omaha, yourselves, and Michigan Tech sitting up on top of the WCHA. Tech trailing you by 1 point.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a big surprise.
No, Michigan Tech's off to a great start. They've had some success non-conference-wise, had a good weekend at home last weekend, and as well the same for Nebraska Omaha, off to a great start in their first two non-conference games, as well as two hard-fought games last week at Mariucci. So a lot more teams will get going this weekend, and that that league play or the league standings will start to take a little more shape as we go through the next few weekends.
We picked off a couple of things from Saturday night's game at Bemidji and break them down and take a look at them and get your thoughts on what you were thinking or what's going on. Jay Genoway made just a great play here, coming down on the power play to set up Evan Trupp. Had a couple of ways to go with it. He's obviously looking left. He goes right. He had everybody moving the other way, didn't he?
Well, he made a dynamic play up at the blue line to take this puck, protect this puck. This is at the end of a long cycle for us. We've been in the zone cycling for probably 30, 40 seconds, and Jay's obviously got two options. The obvious one is to the one-timer to Matt Fratton, but he looks that off, and I think he catches the goaltender a little bit off guard by putting it down to Evan Trupp, who buries it. Great play, dynamic play for us. And then looking here at Matt Fratton's game-clinching goal, just pure speed and power down that left wing, and a shot that I don't know if a goaltender at any level is going to stop that shot with the way the play developed and as quick as Matt pulled that to a shooting position and got it off. Great goal by Matt to cap off a real good weekend for him.
I think sometimes people might see the size of Matt Fratton and wonder how he gets up and down the ice so fast. I mean, he's everything. He's a prototypical power wing, isn't he?
Well, he is. He's so powerful. His lower body, his core is so powerful and strong, and you see him skate through people a lot of times. Not just skating past them with his powerful stride, but he skates through people. People bounce off of him. He's able to protect that puck. He puts the puck in an area where a defender can't get to it, and he's able to skate past them. And obviously, his shot is a real weapon that he's learning to use to his advantage.
Has he always shot the puck that well?
Yeah, we saw that in the Alberta Junior Hockey League when we recruited Matty. He had a great shot. That was one of the first things that drew you to him, as well as his powerful low stride that he has.
How about Jay Genoway? It appeared Saturday night a lot of things seemed to fall in place, and what he may have been searching for since he came back seems to be there.
Yeah, it's exciting to see because you're starting to see things come, not easily, but come naturally. And Jay plays with such high energy that he's most effective, when he lets the simple plays come to him and picks his spots for those dynamic plays like we saw on tape with the play down to Evan Trupp. Great weekend for him. He really was back on track, and hopefully that's something that he'll be able to just build on this weekend.
Good stuff for sure. Well, he's old school, and the fans love it. We'll visit with defenseman Andrew McWilliam. We'll get to that, but first, I'll look back in our Fighting Sioux history. Speaking of old school defensemen, you could say this guy fell into that category, sort of. Andy Schneider was with the Sioux from 2002 through 2006. But where is the former Red River Rough Rider in Fighting Sioux now? We'll have the answer and more when we come back.
The play is under review.
Hey, take a look at this.
This online course is awesome.
Yeah, I gotta see that again.
I am North Dakota. We are North Dakota. We are North Dakota.
Fighting Sioux basketball season tickets are on sale now. Call 877-91-SIOUX.
The University of North Dakota is a place where students thrive, where they learn from leading experts, share in discoveries, and create knowledge. Experience our expertise. Creative, innovative, entrepreneurial, spirited. This is the University of North Dakota.
The real thrill of hunting is the fall season. The thing I enjoy most is watching the dogs work and seeing their enthusiasm. It's a great experience to get a chance to watch the birds flush, get a good shot, getting a good retrieve, a good point, a dog that backs. It gives me a lot of satisfaction to see a nice shotgun go to somebody that truly appreciates the aesthetics of fine rifles or shotguns. I'm Jack Pruitt, and I'm a pheasant hunting expert at Shields.
The answer to our Where Are They Now question, Andy Schneider is currently an assistant coach with the Lincoln Stars in the USHL. And he was one of the lucky ones to play in both the new and the old Ralph Engelstad arenas. Well, Fighting Sioux fans have always loved their "I'd rather blow you up with a check than score a goal" defenseman. Well, here's your guy. We visited with sophomore Andrew McWilliam in our player profile. We're with North Dakota sophomore Andrew McWilliam, defenseman on the Sioux hockey team. Andrew, first of all, Andrew. Why not Andy?
Well, funny you should say that. I get some guys call me Andy, but they add a few choice words to it, so I usually don't like Andy, so I just stick with Andrew. I also have a few other nicknames, but
we don't want to go into those right now?
Not on TV, no.
All right, but we want to get into those. Where are you from?
I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
Born and raised?
Born and raised. Rocky View Hospital, if you want to go into detail.
Youth hockey in Calgary?
I played for Ridgewood when I was really young, and then I moved on to the Royals when we got into Bantam and Midget.
What age did you start?
Started skating when I was about 3 years old.
Were you good right away?
Look at me now. No,
look at me now. Look at me now.
I was always pretty rugged. Had some pretty raw skills. I played defense since novice, so that's could explain some of my puck skills.
We'd like to talk about how or when you figured out you might be pretty good at this and it may take you somewhere.
I mean, I didn't really know. I mean, even when I played up in junior in Camrose, I just was just kind of playing it because I loved it, and I got a scholarship to North Dakota, which was something that I didn't think I'd never be able to do. I mean, obviously getting a scholarship was a goal, but to come to a program like North Dakota was a dream.
Talk about junior hockey and some of the things that you accomplished there.
Well, we had a pretty successful year my rookie year. We won our league and won our, our division as far as they call it the Doyle Cup, which is between Alberta and BC. And we actually lost in the national finals, 1-0 to Humboldt, which was a bit of a tough pill to swallow, but we were pretty successful my rookie year.
Andrew, why North Dakota?
It was just tradition. I mean, it's one of the biggest things in a winning tradition, and obviously I had a good relationship with the coaches. So obviously you come down here and it's just hockey crazy, so it was pretty tough to turn down.
School, everybody on this team, in fact everybody at the university, the grade point average for athletics is incredible. Schooling, how you doing there?
I'm doing okay. I got, actually my dad saw my marks the other day and bought me a new pair of cowboy boots to prove how good they were, so.
Really?
Yeah, they were that good, I guess. You seemed a little shocked to see them, but.
What's your major?
I'm pretty much undeclared, but it's pre-business right now.
You don't play hockey, say, in 10 years, what are you going to be doing?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Want to coach, want to teach,
I like to stay involved in hockey, but right now I'm just kind of testing everything out and see what I like.
And maybe as you go on, maybe in 2 years, you'll figure it out?
Maybe, hopefully.
Andrew, thank you and best of luck.
Thank you.
Andrew McWilliam doesn't score a lot of goals, but in his All-Star game, in his last year of junior, he hadn't scored a goal up to that point in the season, won the shootout in the All-Star game. A memorable time that the Sioux played in Maine, where they're coming up. Buffalo Sabre forward Drew Stafford was a UND freshman, and he scored a game-winning goal on a penalty shot. Sioux make that trek to Alfond Arena to meet the Maine Black Bears. Some thoughts about that with Coach Hakstol coming up.
Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey is sponsored by Verizon, the University of North Dakota, Shields, the Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Voller Insurance.
Great tickets are still available for many of the exciting University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux home hockey games at the Rel. Support your team and get your tickets now.
We are North Dakota!
Come on, come on, come on.
That is a great online course.
Welcome back to Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey. It's time to look ahead to the next series, which is at Maine, Coach. And what are you looking for your team to improve on or to accomplish in that Maine series? Obviously winning, but this early in the season, you're looking at other things, aren't you?
Well, it's just another new challenge. It's our third weekend in a row on the road. We're going into a tough building, so I want to see us handle that atmosphere well. Against a good team. Maine's a real good hockey team. So there's all kinds of new challenges that come with this weekend. Playing in a tough atmosphere, playing against a very good team with great team speed and skill. We've just got to go in there and really do a good job starting the hockey game and then getting our game and our momentum going.
They'd be kind of closer to a WCHA style of team than some of the other teams out east, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, they play fast. I mean, they've got real good quick forwards, skilled forwards up front. They've got one of the top scoring lines in the country. I think they're a physical team back on the blue line. They play tough physical hockey, so it'll be a great series. It should be a real high-paced series and the series that's played in a great atmosphere.
It'll be entertaining, that's for sure. Good luck, Coach. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, we want to thank you, too, for watching Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey. Be with us next week when the Sioux close out their 3-week road trip at Maine. That and much more on our next show. On behalf of Coach Hakstol and the Fighting Sioux Hockey team, we thank all our fans for watching. See you next time on Inside Fighting Sioux Hockey.